The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
The squad is looking strong, so yeah, we've obviously brought a squad of 20, so we've some players that are left at home, not travelled, but yeah, apart from young Anthony Ralston, that is the only member missing from our squad.
Without giving too much away, do you differ tactically in this game compared to the match in Glasgow?
Well, we certainly hope we can have a better performance and result. I think it's. I thought we've taken encouragement from these as these games have gone on. You know, our away performance in Anderlecht was very good. Our last performance against Bayern Munich, I thought, was excellent. And I think that if you don't get the result, you know, for us, it's about taking pride in the performance, really. And so that's something that we hope that we can achieve here tomorrow evening. The players are relaxed but very focused. You know, we understand we're playing against a team that is arguably the best of the best, which is a huge challenge for every team that they come across, not just ourselves. You know, we've seen it here with Bayern Munich coming here and losing. So it's a tough ask, but for me, there's always optimism in the games because there's always so much intent that you can take from them, and for us it's about having that personality and pride in how we play. And even if you lose a game at this level, like the Bayern Munich game, if you can take something from it, then that's very important steps for us at this level.
Are you then, if you say that what you've seen since that first game gives you confidence there won't be a similar scoreline?
No, listen, we can be as good as we want to be, and it may still happen. You know, I think you only need to look at track the results of Paris Saint-Germain and how well they beat teams. I think for us, we would like to obviously put up in terms of a better show in relation to obviously performance and scoreline. So that's key for us, and hopefully we can do that.
Brendan, you always talk about sticking to your principles, but are you able to tweak them in a way, given what you've learned over this campaign and some of the games? No,
I think we always do. I think we always do. I think we're a group of players that's adaptable in their game. I think we've shown that. You know, the flexibility in the systems that we play. You know, how we can build our game. You know, I think there was a lot of questions asked after the Bayern Munich game away. We gave away bad goals on the evening. You know, we played exactly the same way we did at home, in terms of wanting to play a constructive game, a creative game, and a really aggressive game defensively. So our game model doesn't change, but of course we always have to respect that there's elements of the game that you've got to pay specific attention to going into every game. So we're not naive or daft enough to think that you can just open this whole pitch up playing against world-class players, but you have to get in with a tactical idea that allows you to hopefully play your game. And you know, I never try to wrap the players in what we would call tactical cotton wool. You know, we want to try and evolve their game and develop their game, and that's something that we will look to do tomorrow evening as well. Now that might mean that we lose the game, but we'll always do it trying to play in a positive way.
You talk about the best of the best. Do you feel Paris Saint-Germain are better than that Barcelona team that you played last year, and have they improved from last season when they lost to Barcelona?
Well, that's what I say, that they're arguably the best of the best. They're going to be, for me, you know, that this team here, this squad of players are going to be in with a hell of a chance of winning this competition. You know, they have big game experience and quality in every single position, and that includes the bench as well. You know, you get, you know, some outstanding players right across their team here. And when you have the goal threat that you have in this team with Cavani and Neymar and Di Maria and Mbappe and this type of quality, then of course you can go into any stadium in the world and know that you can score goals and win games. So they've shown that. They showed that against Bayern Munich. You know, what they would maybe deem to be a rival in this competition. But there's obviously other outstanding teams in this competition as well. But for us, we're in big company in terms of the level. But it's a great competition to be involved in to develop our club and our players importantly.
Is there an extra incentive perhaps for Moussa Dembele tomorrow night coming back to France to his former club to show what he can do?
Yeah, I think that for the boys that are returning back, you know, to France and Paris here, the boys that are from here, then of course there's always a big motivation. I think for Moussa left Paris when he was 15 and went to Fulham, where he progressed really well for those years and that sort of formative stage of his young professional career. He made the step out of Fulham to come to ourselves, and it is what it is. It was always going to be a step for him, and I believe he's got the talent and the quality to go right to the very, very top. You know, his footballing qualities, but also he has that self-belief. And I've been, you know, in my coaching life and managerial career, I've worked with top talents, especially at that end of the field. And I certainly think he's on course to be up there with one of the best strikers, because he has all those attributes. But he's still very young. He's shown it for Celtic. He's shown it for the French under-21s. And I'm sure Didier Deschamps and his staff will be looking at the next step for him, which I believe will be into the full national team. But he's a big talent, and he's developing very, very well.
Brendan, I suppose it's not a bad problem for you to have as well with Moussa Dembele, but also Lee Griffiths up front as well. That must be a positive as well going into a game like this.
It's perfect. You know, we wouldn't want it any other way. I think when you're a manager, you need to have that competition. You know, two players that have two different qualities, and I know that, okay, if I play one, I will get a certain type of game if I play the other. But what I can get from both is goals, and Lee has shown his qualities in the Champions League already in qualification and in away in Anderlecht, where he scored his goal. And likewise, Moussa has shown them last season, and will want to show them this season as well. So both players are very important. I've got a young player on loan from Paris Saint-Germain, young Hodgson Edouard, who's hardly featured, and that's been unfortunate for him, because he's working ever so hard in training and working very well. But because of the level and the performance level of the two other players, then it's been difficult for him.
You spoke of the last game at PSG, that you criticised the defending of your own squad as well. How important is defensive concentration in a game like this, in a stadium like this?
Well, it's vital. You go through the stages of the game. I think your first 20 minutes is very important. You know, normally the big teams, they want to start quick. That's the idea how we would play in our own level. You know, the idea is to start very quick, and I'm sure that'll be something that they will look to do. So the idea is can you get over and through those first 20-25 minutes of the game, and then you build your game from that. So it's huge levels of concentration. Physically, you got to, you know, match the intensity. But then also importantly, when you have the ball, you have to have that patience and that courage to play. And that's something that, like I said, we've been evolving at this level over the last 18 months, and it's something that I've been pleased with that. But you come to here, it'll be a beautiful pitch, great atmosphere. So go and enjoy the game, and that's something that we want to do.
So,
good evening, Coach. At the end, on your right, please. Sorry.
Okay.
You spoke about the French players. There's one who have a very particular story with the Paris Saint-Germain, is Moussa Dembele. How do you think he will send this game, and how do you find his performances?
I think Moussa is an outstanding player. We took him to Celtic, and he decided to come to Celtic because it was, you know, he felt it was going to be the best stage for him to go and develop. What I've been really impressed with Moussa and his agent is that the strategy behind his career. You know, when he left Fulham, in the English Championship. They wanted to come to a club where he could experience pressure. You know, he's playing in front of 60-odd thousand every other week, where he could play in a team where they have dominance. Because if you play for the big teams and the big clubs, they're teams of dominance. So they have the ball. So it's understanding your movement patterns and how you play in a big team, how you deal with pressure, and of course to become a winner. So winning trophies and getting that feeling of winning. And he's done all of those things. And I've seen a big development in him as a young man and as a player. And I really expect him over the coming years to develop and improve and like I say, go on and be one of the world's best strikers. So he's a huge talent. He's 21 years of age, so he's very early in his career, but he's shown for me the qualities. And like I've said before, I've been fortunate in my coaching career and managing career to work with some of the best strikers in the world, and he's certainly working his way towards being that. But that's time, and hopefully in time he'll be one.
Okay, any more questions? No. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.